So good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to this talk show. And before we kick off, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Boyi, and I will be the first moderator of the day. Today, we will be talking about an athlete's badminton journey. To better understand,
Yeah.
okay,
I would love to send some warm greetings to you guys. Such an honor and pleasure to share my badminton journey in national team to all the staff and students in Quest Badminton Club.
talk show. So, for those who don't know Yizing, she is a former national badminton player, and currently she got the Badminton World Federation's qualifications, which enable her to teach badminton as well. And at the same time, she is Protect Sports ambassador. In a way, she is a badminton player and also a coach. And right now, I'm going to show you guys some of the photos that took during her teenage years. Yeah, so every of these photos are showing her kind of successful achievement during her high school time. So from these photos, we can see that Yizing, she is actually quite active in badminton field. But usually, usually in badminton court, we can see that the amount of boys are always more than girls. So perhaps you can share some of the reasons that make you want to learn badminton, and when did you actually learn badminton?
Actually, a person who is eagerly want to become a professional badminton player has to start practicing the sport at least by the age of 10. And I start at a very young age will get enough to spell to work on their skill and techniques. So I'm very energetic and active person since young that I just can't sit still, and I love sport very much. So I used to play with my dad every day at home or just behind the lorong or even across the gate before dinner time. So this is how my dad introduced badminton to me. So gradually, I love to play badminton and classify it as my primary hobby. During my school day, we have like weekly sport award ceremony every Monday. Students will award in this award ceremony for their sport achievement by the school principal on a stage. And then since then, I really plan to be like those winner to get award on stage. And then I am all heated up, and my determination has driven me crazy over learning badminton. And I really admire them. I wish the same happen to me. So this is the reason why I want to learn badminton. Yeah.
So you are saying that it's because of your father's influencing and also the school ceremony that makes you to have the desire of learning badminton. And I guess you play badminton since you are 10 years old, and I can say that it's a quite long journey, and I believe that there must be a lot of good and bad memories. And yeah, obviously, I would like to ask some of your memories, but I don't want to make you upset, like asking your bad memories. So maybe you can share, one of the favorite memories that you have during your childhood.
So when I was 8 years old, I haven't joined in any badminton training yet. My brother is my sifu and also sparring player. He taught me how to play. But the problem is our house is not enough of space to let us play badminton. At first, we tried to play in the dining room, but get scolded by my mom. So we decided to play secretly at our bedroom. So when I was young, I was so curious to do everything that my parents trying to stop us. So one day, my mom went out for the grocery shop. My brother and I were so excited, that we both waited for this day for so long.
Yeah.
And then we both of us like went to our small bedroom and set up the net by using the skipping rope. Since the room is too small to play badminton, when I returned a shot, accidentally hit the wall, and my racket broke into half. You know, so I was so afraid to tell my parents actually because the racket just belonged to my dad. Terrible, right?
Yes.
So we have no idea what to do next. But after my mom noticed about it, sure she will angry, of course. After the incident, she signed up training section for me. So to prevent I play badminton in the house again.
Well, I can see that you are really an active child at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who don't know Sifu, just now which mentioned by Yixing just now, it means master. Yeah, Yixing, because of that incident, you have a chance to learn badminton, and right now you have become a player, a coach, and even an ambassador. So
Yeah.
yeah, badminton has already become your daily routine. You have to be in touch with the shuttles, the racket, and your juicy every day because
Mm.
when I scroll your Instagram accounts, I think most of the posts is
Close.
all about badminton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it
It's like,
seems like you are so obsessed with badminton. Yeah,
mm,
but I still want to know, is there any reasons that make you want to learn badminton? No, sorry. Is there any reasons that make you choose badminton as your career?
mm. Actually, badminton has always been my dream sport.
Mm-hmm.
I was just naturally attracted to it. My mom would take me to my eldest brother badminton lesson, and I just love to go there to watch him play.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of different with a lot of kids who kind of forced by their parents to practice. Badminton to me is always something like I've been always hungry for and so attracted to it even until today.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was 11 years old, I got selected to represent Olahraga for Perak, but I
Oh.
rejected it
Mm-hmm.
for the offer. But because I chose to pursue badminton and I'm going to stick for my first love,
Um,
badminton.
which is badminton lah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was 10 years old, I was ranked last. However, I never give up and just keep on trying and work on extra hard work to keep up all the levels and do self training at home,
Mm-hmm.
practicing footwork like plays against the wall. Once I have decided to venture in badminton, my mom signing up more training section when I was 11 years old. So I'm so grateful for my parents for being so understanding and supportive that spend their time also and their effort to make my dreams come true. When you have a strong determination and dedication, the goal are just how you want, and you will be a willing servant to the material.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
Mm.
mean, you can become a slave to it,
Yes,
and you
yes.
can only do that when you love the material that you believe it so much, right?
Agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes, really. So it seems like you are a very sporty girl. I can say that because you can run, you can play badminton so well. And yeah, I think you are quite lucky because many people when they are young they are not aware what they want. And at that time you
Yeah,
already
exactly.
and at that time you already knew badminton it's the thing that you want that you will
Yeah,
never
that's
give up.
right.
Yes, so I
Mm,
and also you have your parents at your back that give you a lot of support. Yes, so when the support and also the patience come together, it makes you more motivated more motivated to
Yeah,
overcome
yeah.
all those challenges and difficulties that you have met during in your journey. All right.
Mm.
So right now, let me just give you a situation. If today your parents disagree you to choose badminton as your career, because badminton is everything for you. Badminton is everything. Yeah. So if they are disagreeing you to choose badminton as your career, what would you be? I mean, what would you be right now?
I would be,
Mhm.
I'm not sure about that. Probably a singer or a model right now.
Uh-huh.
Because I love to sing since young.
I see. So
Yeah.
besides badminton, you are also very good in singing. So perhaps,
Not really, but love to sing.
yeah, it's a good thing because when we have variety hobbies,
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
we might not have the mood to play badminton, and maybe we are very stressed, so we can do another hobby to reduce those stress. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
that's
good
right.
thing. Yeah, it's a good thing to have different kind of hobbies. Yeah. So I have a few more questions that are more relevant to your experiences in national badminton team. So I believe that there must be a lot of requirements that we need to fulfill before we able to join the badminton team. And I guess, and no, I believe it must be a very difficult thing for us to reach. So perhaps you could share some of your experiences and the process of being a former national player.
Talented player will compete within the secretary school and
Mm-hmm.
state. If you perform well in tournament, you will be scouted by BM. BM means Badminton Association Malaysia.
Malaysia. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then BAM will then bring in all these talented players to training center. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, this must be agreed by both parties. Normally, players started to join the national team at the age of 13 and above.
Mm-hmm.
And I was selected to the national team at the age of 15. And the training center is located in KL. My school is a sports school, which is called Sports School Bukit Jalil.
Mm-hmm.
And the difference between other high school is we have to study and training every day. It is compulsory that you cannot miss every single class and training section unless you take part in tournament,
Mm-hmm.
because you might need to travel to other destination like other country, other state, right? So I need to move to KL all the way from Ipoh. That time I was just 15 years old, and I'm not really ready to leave my parents in this age yet,
Mm-hmm.
because it is really a big challenge for me. But
Yes.
I hope the chance to be more independent and to be more confident on
Mm-hmm.
everything I do. So I packed all my belongings, and I still remember the day that my parents sent me to the school.
Mm-hmm.
I really burst into tears by the time they say goodbye to me.
Oh my
That
God.
moment, I that moment, I really, really so emotional. But I know I have to be strong in order to fulfill my role as a player.
Mm.
So that's the story of my journey of being a national player. Yeah,
God, it's really a big challenge for a teenager to do this, because sometimes,
yeah,
uh, for those who want to leave their homes, they need to move to a new place. They have to meet a lot of new people, leaving their own comfort zone, and also they need to overcome all those culture shock. It's really kind of a big challenge. Yeah, so I think you are really a brave person, because yeah, it takes a lot of courage for a teenager to leave home.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So right now we know that you have spent a lot of time in the national team to get training. Could you share
Hmm.
how was the national players' daily routine will be like? Are you training every day?
Yes, every day, but except Sunday is our off day. But if you want to train also, it depends on you. And we every day we have to wake up at 5:45 a.m. And maybe get out by 6 a.m. in the morning. If we were at school, usually we need to be at the training center 10 minutes earlier, and our training is started at 6:30 a.m. and we will end it at around 8:30 a.m. The training program would be like weight training, running track, more focus on the physical training in the morning. So we got 2 sections of the training per day during the weekday and 3 sections a day on Friday and Saturday. So just how I already mentioned is Sunday is our off day.
Yes.
So now I'm talking about the weekday during the school time. And by 8:30 a.m., we'll finish our training section. So we will head back to our hostel and get prepared all the things like shower, breakfast. So after all, we will go to school. Our school hour is start from 9:30 to 2:30 p.m. Okay. For second section, the training is at 3:30 p.m. After school, you have to get yourself prepared again to go for the next training by bus. Okay, because the bus will depart at 3 p.m. So within this 30 minutes, you need to change your outfit, fill up your water bottles, and so on. But usually we will get ready the day before. Since we already know the schedule. Otherwise, you definitely will miss the bus to go for the training center. If do happens, you may order a taxi to go to the training center at your own expenses. That's terrible. So after this, we will have 3 hours of trainings. After the training is already 6:30 evening, all the players have to return to the school again. And once we arrive school is around 7 p.m. to 7:30. We need to take our dinner after this tough training. So then we only back to our hostel to do our housework like laundry, swipe the floor, so on. And so at 8:30 p.m. you need to go to school for preparation again. It's compulsory. Yeah. If you're absent, you definitely will get a warning letter if you cannot provide a valid or acceptable reason. So the class finished at 10 p.m. and we back to our rooms or hostel again and pack all the belongings for the next day and get into bed. So for Friday and Saturday will be slightly different. Because we will move to other training center, stay there for 2 days. And because we don't have class on these 2 days, so we're able to train for 3 times a day. All right. So it's our weekly routine and how we spend every day. But after you graduate from high school, you will need to transfer to national team and move to other hostel which provided by BAM. Training section will be from like 8 p.m. to 11, and the second section will be 3 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. It depends on what training program to classify the training hours. Okay. At night, we'll be able to spend extra hours to arrange training programs to train more on our weaknesses. It is personally. So it is two different stages. One is for educational time and one is without educational time. And this is definitely our daily routine in national team. No other entertainment.
Oh my God,
That's training and study, training and study.
It's so overwhelming for me because like during my teenage years, I'm the kind of person like I'm very bad in time management. I like to procrastinate. I just want to play around with my friends and create a lot of troubles to my teachers. Yeah, I believe my teachers really hate me at that time. Yeah, uh, and at that time you have already became a person who is very good in discipline. So it's a good thing because of the discipline. You are not allowed to have procrastination like me. You have to be more mature.
Yeah,
And because of that,
have to
uh,
very disciplined.
yes, I can see that. Because of that, it make you achieve your goals. So from your
Yeah.
previous daily routine, I see that you were practicing every day. Um, are there any skills that most of the players think that it is very hard to be mastered?
Okay, for the skill, right? I think not only badminton skill. It depends on different stage. We'll have different of learning requirement.
Mm-hmm.
You could master the badminton skill by more practice and training, but of course, not something you build today, tomorrow you get.
Yes,
And
agree.
you really need to put more effort than you only can gain from it, right?
Yes.
And for me, the most difficult part is to improve mental strength and stay focused on court. This need to deal with the physical demands on the sport and stretch of maintaining consistency performance.
Mm-hmm.
If not, then the rest of the aspects you are working on is waste. So it's very important to have strong mental during training and even in tournament. The cycle during the tournaments, the stretch given by the audience, or how to deal with your mental when you are not in the mood for training. So we need people to push our physical and mental abilities to the limits from that we faced before. It's something that you have to plan it. And I heard a lot of athletes mentally not strong enough to deal with the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
This must be planned in youth. So this will bring it with them at the next stage of their career.
Yes, I agree with that because mental health is always something that can affect an individual's performance. It is
Hmm.
super important to everyone. And yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes when I watch the badminton tournament video, I can see that those national players that are really good in controlling themselves, they can just ignore all those, all those the audience cheering like "Wah!" like that. They can just ignore everything and focus on their
Yeah.
own
Yeah.
tournament. It's really professional, I can say that. Yeah. So from your previous description, we
You
can
need to handle that.
yes, really. So from your previous description, we can see that you had gone through a lot of tough training. So during your training process, are there any activity that you like the most, you enjoy the most, or your friends that are they are very looking forward to it? Are there any activities like that?
That's play special game like 3 versus 3 in a
Mm-hmm.
court. And then basketball, football, touch and go. It's a game lah. It's a game. So we could enjoy this kind of sport even we are not. Uh, we are a badminton player. We can enjoy basketball and football also. So the touch and go is definitely not the e-wallet touch and go, yeah. It's a 21 points game. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of fun game can make you reduce your stress. Usually we only allowed to play either this game once in a month. and we really enjoy ourselves on this moment.
Yeah, I heard the touch and go game before. It's
Mm,
it's one player hit the shutter, and then the player will run out from the court,
yeah,
and the other player will just continue to hit the shutter. Is it?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
So in a
exactly.
way, these mini games, it's like a sweet treat to you guys lah during those old days, because at that time we don't have so much of electronic devices like laptop, telephone,
Yeah,
iPad, even the MP3. We are very hard to get it.
also very expensive at the time.
Yes, yes, yeah.
It costs around 700 or 800 if I'm not mistaken.
I not really remember the price, but for sure we don't able to get that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yizeng, it's very interesting to listen to this. I really appreciate for your sharing, and I don't want to take so much time on my section, because we have our another moderator. He is so looking forward to ask you a lot of questions. Yeah.